Hello and welcome to the Push Button Profit Show, episode 119, the show where we introduce you to the make money online and internet marketing product creators. With me today is Mr. James Renouf, the creator of Unclaimed Funds. Unclaimed Funds, a new product which is coming out on March 1st, on Wednesday, March 1st at 9 a.m. Eastern. And if you want to pick it up at any point when it goes live on Wednesday, 1st of March, there'll be a link down below in the description box, a really nice link with a good launch discount and some exclusive bonuses. You can get it through the link below at any point. James, welcome to the Push Button Profit Show.
Thank you, Johnny. And just a clarification, it's 10 a.m. Eastern on Wednesday.
10 a.m. Eastern. Thank you for that. So 10 a.m. Eastern on Wednesday, 1st of March. The link down below will be live and you can pick it up through the link below. 10 a.m. Eastern on Wednesday, 1st of March. Now, James, welcome back to the Push Button Profit Show. Thank you so much for joining us. You're a regular around these here parts, but just briefly for people who don't really know much about you, I've always got a lot of positive things to say about you. Who are you and why should we trust you?
Yeah, so I actually first made money in 1999 online, if you can believe it. And then I really got into marketing in 2008. That's when I had my first information product. I had an infomercial, and I've done a lot since then, but I've had probably 100,000 people buy my products, something like that. So I kind of, my claim to fame is coming out with new innovative things. So I enjoy coming out with things that people haven't seen. And Johnny, I think you can back that up, but that's what I love to do, is that, I kind of typically am the first to come out on a certain topic. That's what I'm known for.
And I like that you said I can back that up, and it's true, because I'm actually not just interviewing you, I'm a customer of yours. I actually really enjoy your products. And the thing I really enjoy about your products, excuse me, James, is you're always looking at ways, very easy and simple ways for people to make money with the least amount of effort. And it's not quite the same as get rich quick, nothing like that, but you're always looking for new, novel ways for people to get ahead of the curve and capitalize on something. And that's exactly what people will be doing with Unclaimed Funds. Now, on the sales page of Unclaimed Funds, it's a really interesting claim, which people can just check out for themselves through the link below. It says, James, $49 billion plus is just waiting to be given away, make huge commissions by giving regular people free money. Unclaimed Funds is a brand new simple course that lets you profit by giving people money they are owed. There's a lot happening there. $49 billion waiting to be given away. So not sold, not swapped, not anything like that. There's money, there's $49 billion. We'll talk more about that in a moment, waiting to be given away. And the interesting word you use is people are owed this money. So it's not like people who get into Unclaimed Funds are going to have to be turning into salespeople or affiliate marketers or anything weird or strange like that. You're going to be helping people get money that they're owed. What do you mean by that? And what's the story behind Unclaimed Funds?
Yeah, and first of all, I want to make a clarification that I did a product many months ago on something called ERTC. This is not ERTC. So ERTC is a way for you to give money to business owners. That's not what this is. So I want to make that distinction. So this is regular people, however you want to clarify that, just people that are owed money. And that could be a bunch of different ways. So number one, it could be that someone had like a 401k or something from an old company, and that company needed to give them that money and they moved. It could have been that they had a dead relative. It could have been that they were just owed money for whatever reason. So what a lot of times you see these bigger companies, they owe somebody money for and there's a myriad of ways they need to give people this money. And sometimes, for example, like depends where you are, they might have to put in the newspaper, hey, I owe this person money. And after they do a certain amount of times where they try and reach out, however they do it, that they owe people money, what they'll do is they'll end up giving it to the government, and the government now has this. So it's kind of off their books. So it's like John Smith is owed this money, and the person 99.9% of the time just has no idea. And so when my partners, or one of my partners, first came up to me with this, he talked about how to find people that are owed money. And I did my own search for me, and I didn't come up, but you know what? My wife did. So that's really, I don't even know if I had that on the sales page. That was like, wow, we're actually owed money. And it's not so much about, it's not about you trying to find money for yourself. It's about you it's all over the place, but knowing that there are hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people owed money. You find those people, and then you let them know they're due money, and then you get what I call a finder's fee for that. That's the basic premise of what's going on here. And so when I have a big number of like 49 billion, it's hard for people to wrap their head around that, but there's that much money, and it's growing every day. This is not something that's shrinking, it's growing. Every year there's more money that's due to people. So the timing of this product can't be any better, because a lot of people are hurting for money. And they just don't realize it. So there's a lot of emotion involved in this, because people, when you tell them sometimes they're due this money, like they're crying, like you're their savior, because you're bringing them this money again that they had no idea that was due to them. And that's the basic premise of unclaimed funds.
And I like that, right? What you sort of it made very clear there is that you're giving people money they're owed, and you're helping them. So this isn't a product where people are going to be learning about how to be like kind of a sleazy salesperson, or having to promote something they don't believe in, as an affiliate or anything like that. You are basically, anyone who buys into unclaimed funds are basically the bridge. James used the word kind of a savior or a hero. You might want to use that word, or heroine. You're a bridge between the government, which has money that they owe the citizens, and the citizen. And the government needs someone to bridge that gap, to connect the citizen to that money's owed, which is in the government pot. And you are going to be learning about, inside of unclaimed funds, how to bridge that gap very quickly, very simply, and with no overheads as well. What's really cool about this training, I've gone through the course, which is really, really cool and easy to learn courses. There are no overheads to this. So all you need is a phone, frankly. You don't need anything more than that. You don't need an office or a website, or be paying for advertising, or setting up a YouTube channel, or any of that kind of crazy digital marketing stuff. This really is something anyone can do. James, I noticed on your sales page, one of the 3 members involved in this, there are the 2 experts and yourself, is an Australian. So someone looking at this product might be thinking, do you have to be an American to benefit from this, since it's largely the American government who have these pots, although other countries have a similar scheme where any money owed to citizens sometimes goes to the government until someone claims it. Do you have to be an American to benefit from this product, or can you be from other countries to benefit from unclaimed funds?
I think I'm glad you mentioned that, because one of my partners in this is from Australia. So he does that. The money that we're focusing on in this product is in the United States. So the money is in the United States, but you can be, obviously in his case, he's from Australia. You could be in UK in your case. It doesn't matter where you are. So that's a super important point. Another thing I also wanted to clarify, you had mentioned on the phone. Yes, you can contact people on the phone, but you don't have to. There's a number of different ways that you can contact people. That doesn't necessarily have to be on the phone. And we go through that in the course. So I just don't want people to think they have to get on the phone. They don't have to.
Correct. One of the things I really like about unclaimed funds is there's actually a whole breadth of different methods you can use. You can just use whatever's comfortable to you. A lot of systems and programs make you rely on one channel or one method, social media, paid ads, YouTube, and you have to kind of use the one program which is being defined by whatever course you bought into. What's very nice about unclaimed funds is you can just do what's comfortable to you and excel at it, which I genuinely think is really cool about it. You understand the system and what you're trying to do, and then it's up to you to decide how you want to plot your path. So it works for really any kind of person, whether you're very digitally savvy or not. Anyone can succeed this, which brings me to testimonials and proof. What's very cool about the sales page, and I'll encourage anyone to look at the sales page through the link below, even if it's before it goes, it's available to purchase. If you're looking at this the day before, go and look at the sales page, because as James says on the sales page, you've never seen a product with so much proof. And what's very cool about unclaimed funds are, not only are there acres, I think there's probably at last point, I've probably seen about 34 testimonials, and it's probably growing by the time you add more to it. But there are 34 screenshots and video testimonials of real people, everyday people of every kind of color and creed and nationality, opening up their checks of the monies they've made with this program, with video testimonials, written testimonials. So this is something which really has a huge amount of proof behind it. It's not just a nice scheme for the top 1%. It's not like, when people get into weird stuff like pyramids or MLMs, where you only have a top earner and everyone else. There's such a breadth of people who are succeeding with this. Would you agree?
Yeah, and in fact, I wanted to show how much proof we had, but I actually held a lot of, I could have had so much proof, it would have been, you know, I didn't want people almost to be overwhelmed with how much proof there was. If that makes sense. I know that's a little weird, but you know, there's so normally you wouldn't have that kind of thing, but that's the reality of it, is that this is new to me and new to a lot of people, this premise, but this industry actually has been around for a couple hundred years, which is crazy that this has existed. And Mark actually pulls out a book from 200 years, from the 1800s, talking about this kind of stuff. But this is new for us to put this out to the world, especially at this price point. And there, as you know, I keep using the term regular people, but I think it's important to say that. At the same time, it's not that you have to be someone that's new to marketing. You don't have to be someone that's never made $1 online. You could be someone that's a professional. It's another tool, but it's a real tool, and it's a huge tool with big opportunity for you to. It's very, very wide, if that's the right term. I like how you said it's not like a pyramid where, like, you know, the top 2%, because they're somehow got in early or whatever, can destroy it. There's so many people that are doing money, like you literally cannot get to it all yourself. It's just impossible, and there's just so much. So that's what's so cool, that you can just go at it at your pace. There's not like you put out a course, oh my gosh, now there's so many people doing this, therefore it's already saturated. It's not like that. It's just, and to me, it's a whole new world that is being exposed to everybody.
Very much so. So say now anyone listening to this does want to click the link below and get involved in this whole new world, and they do decide to jump in and get unclaimed funds through that link below. What can they expect as upgrades to assist them? You know, what are the optional upgrades that they can use to make more money faster if they wish?
So one of the things, just because you kind of mentioned it, was, or I mentioned it, was like, you know, people that don't necessarily want to get on the phone. Well, one of the upgrades is that you can fully automate it. So it talks about that in one of the upgrades. Another upgrade is a community, along with live calls that happen every week, to where you see interactions with prospects. Another upgrade is really focusing on specific states. Specific states work differently than others. So because Mark and David have had over 25 years experience in this, there's a lot of knowledge that's there. And depending on how, if you want to take this very seriously, they could save you so much time and so much effort in breaking down these nuances. It's one thing to understand that this premise exists and that it's there. That's what the introductory product is for. But you can go much deeper with the upgrades. And I'm forgetting a couple of them, but each of the upgrades is very congruent. One of them is success stories from people, just like people that are buying this product, where they're kind of expanding on their experience. So it's one thing to hear it from me or Mark or David. It's another thing to hear someone that has gone through this kind of process and they're doing well. So that kind of resonates with people a different way. So that's another one of the upgrades. So they're all very congruent. Of course, you can get the front end product, and that introduces you to that world. It just depends on where you want to go.
Brilliant. Well, James, thank you for your time today, and thank you for introducing our audience to this world of unclaimed funds. Basically a world where you're going to get paid to help other people and get them the money that is owed to them. And you know, there's no weird sleazy selling. You're not going to have to be learning about digital marketing channels or anything crazy like that. It really is a simple program and scheme which has benefited a lot of people. You can learn all about them by checking out the link below. So James, thank you for introducing our audience to this, and we look forward to everyone jumping in and enjoying Unclaimed Funds, which goes live on Wednesday, March the 1st at 10 a.m. Eastern time. Wednesday, March 1st, 10 a.m. Eastern. You can check it out by the link below. James, thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you, Johnny, and thank you for you, the watcher or listener to this. I appreciate you. Thank you.